Inayah, Life After Gods, 100% full world map. You can count it as some spoiler-free guide of what you should do on the world map and in correct order. Let's cover it up and let me help you out on your journey through Inayah. Let's go. This would be the world map of Inayah. It consists out of a green biome, that would be the default biome where you start the game, and the biggest biome, the swamp, which would be the small biome down left, then the final part, which would be, call it the blue biome, then the brown biome, and the red biome down here. Those would be all different map sets in the game. Where you start the game would be here, okay, and the very first thing that you need to do is collect weapons, or should I say collect gloves. In other words, you need fists, flail, and blades. No matter what weapon you pick first, you're gonna end up going for the rest of the weapons, and then the actual game starts. Why am I not covering the maps like this? Because every time when you enter a different tile of the map, you're always gonna have a full map explored, so you don't have anything to worry about, you can't miss a thing. The only thing that you can get wrong is the order of how you should do stuff, and that's why I'm here to explain you how you should do stuff and basically to not make my mistakes when I was playing. So the very first thing is to grab weapons. You get one over here in this room, it doesn't matter if it's fist, sword or flail, and the other one is down south. Once you get your weapons, then you're gonna need to transfer to the main hub, or better to say to the secret hideout. You need to clear the secret hideout of monsters, alright? Once you clear the secret hideout of monsters, you tell the NPCs to transfer to the secret hideout, and then you're gonna start receiving quests. Bunch of quests. Yellow tiles on the world map would be boss rooms, and you can tell how many bosses there are in the game. Do the count, I won't do it for you. So, once we have the secret hideout, it is time that we finish Act 1. We finish Act 1 at the gate of the Iron Skins, all the way down south in the middle of the map. Why is it so important? Do not roam around, do not finish all other mini-maps and so on until you're done with Act 1. Why? Because NPCs will start giving you new quests that you're gonna need to backtrack later on. In order for you to not backtrack those quests, you gotta finish Act 1. You finish Act 1 at the gate of the Iron Skins, and then you can start roaming around and finishing up the entire map. How do I recommend doing stuff after you get your weapons, or should I say fists, flail, and swords? And once you collect all NPCs in the secret hideout, you should basically clear the entire green segment of the map before you venture on to the brown part. And in the brown part, now you're gonna speak with two different NPCs. They're gonna give you backup so you can break the gates, so you can open up Act 3 over here. Okay, so you gotta finish the brown one. After you're done with the brown one, you're gonna need to go to this room, get the final NPC, the final support, and then you can start Act 3. Once Act 3 starts, we're gonna need to collect the crabman out of the crabman's domain so we can open up the swamp. Once we finish with the swamp, then we're gonna go to the right part and we finish the hardest part in the game, that would be the red biome. Alright? Once we're done with the red biome, and once we clear everything there is here with brown biome and the swamps and the entire green area, it is time that we open up the final part of the game, that would be the blue biome, where you're gonna finish all of this. And you're just gonna leave the last two rooms. Once you're done with this boss here, it is finally time to finish the game all the way up in the Arcadia. Basically, I gotta stress it out again because it is important. You have to get weapons, get all NPCs, get them in a hideout, trigger Act 2, you're gonna see the achievement for the Act 2, and then you start roaming around. So stick to the main quest in Act 1. Why you should also do Act 1? You get a double jump, okay, that you're gonna need to traverse many of the areas in the game. In case that you're playing on easier difficulties, you're gonna get triple jump. Okay, so that's why it's very important you remain on the main quest until you see that achievement for Act 2 and then you start roaming around. I told you what's what and in what order. The easiest one would be green biome, then the brown, then the swamps, then the red biome, and at the end it's blue biome. That's the order of how you should do stuff. Blue active lefts on a map would be the fast travel points, where you can basically TP from area to area. You can clearly see where they are and how many there are in the game. Okay, there's also one here in the bus room, but it's not shown on the map. So those would be all the fast travel stations. Yellow would be bus rooms, and the exclamation point is the main quest. Also side quests as well. I recommend cleaning all side quests before you venture on and finish the game. You won't have a notification that the game ends here, but now you know when you see Arcadia, that means the game is about to end, so finish up all loose ends before you proceed to Arcadia. Why also tell it like this? I wanna get the minimum amount of spoilers out. I don't wanna spoil way too much for you. So if you have any questions about the game, feel free to ask in the comments below. The order of how you do stuff is what matters the most, so you don't miss on a lot of things in a game. How I made a mistake, I finished everything there is, and then I unlocked Act 2. And then I had to backtrack everything around. No, stick to the main quest, see the achievement for Act 2, and then start roaming around. That's the most important advice basically for this game and for the entire world map. Now, I'm gonna zoom in every area so you can check the names and you can check the passages and how the maps connect. So, stay tuned, thanks for watching, and I'll be seeing you on the next one.